these extracts have been stewing for only a few days, maybe 4 days or so, something like that. So we're just going to take a look at the color. This is the cherry lavender. There's a piece of lavender in there. And you can see it's a slightly wine colored. Now there is a touch of honey in the cherry lavender and a touch of honey in the mango and a touch of pure maple syrup in the coffee. And I would think this is what the coffee color would be like, but no, this is the cherry right here. So, cherry lavender. Okay. Okay, this is the coffee. It's a little more coffee colored. And of course the maple syrup is making somewhat of a color, but a lot of that is the coffee. Let's take a look at the mango. Ooh. It's nice and golden mango colored. Very pretty, very nice. And the aroma is just spectacular, I gotta say. Now the little tiny bit of honey in the fruit extracts and a little tiny bit of maple syrup in the coffee extract is mainly to kind of get rid of the bitterness of not very good rum. So not a very good tasting rum, just a very cheaply made rum. No offense, Bacardi. Your Mexican añejo rum is just superb, and of course your 151. And so with some time, these extracts will make that rum taste good, and so I'll have a little cordial to serve to guests. Of course, Mike and I just are not doing any drinking right now with our diets. Cherry lavender. The cherries were a lot more attractive before it went in the booze. Okay, what you're going to need is 8 eggs, 4 whole eggs, and 4 egg yolks. That's actually 4. A little broken up, but it's 4. You'll also need a pinch of salt, a 1/4 cup of lemon juice, about a tablespoon of some good quality butter, and about a 1/2 cup of coconut milk unsweetened. You'll also need about a 1/4 cup of your extract, and this is the cherry lavender extract made with just some light rum and dried cherries and dried lavender. Okay, so you're going to combine your 4 eggs and your 4 egg yolks. And just a pinch of salt, and I don't really measure the salt. I don't really measure a lot of stuff when I'm cooking. I like that Food Wishes guy. He just says, well, this is you cooking. It's a little bit different from baking. About a 1/4 cup of the lemon juice. There, that filtered out some of the lavender. I don't want little pieces of lavender.
in my custard. Yuck. And that smells really good. I almost forgot, you're going to need some sweetener. Now, I like to use raw honey, but since I'm trying to keep it super low carb, I use honey from Mike's chocolate ice cream, but for myself I use stevia. And I know what you're thinking, well, stevia just tastes weird, but when you cook it into something, stevia, you know, doesn't have that weird taste when you're all said and done. I'm going to mix this together a little bit, and then I'm going to whip it with my non-electric beaters. Now, these were Mike's mother's and his grandmother's before that, and I'm so pleased to have them. My grandmother had a set just the same, and I wish that I could have had hers. There's some happy memories making things with the beaters in Grandma's kitchen. Okay, so I'm going to get my stevia. I'm going to use about 10 packets of stevia, and I wish I had it in an easier to use form, but I'm just going to have to empty 10 packets. And each packet is about a teaspoon and a half, I guess, of sugar. Okay, so I have my 10 packets of stevia, which is between, I guess, about 5 and 8 teaspoons of sugar or so, and this is pretty good quality stevia. So I'm going to give that a little mix with the whisk, and then I'm going to go to it with the beaters. And I'm going to cook everything right in this little bowl, right directly on the stove. And the reason for that is because you can really get that good whisk going when you're making custard, and you don't want to use a regular saucepan unless you have to, because around the corners of the saucepan will kind of solidify. The eggs will sort of solidify. And that looks great. I'm going to use those a little bit later too. So then I'm going to place this right on the stove. And I'm going to turn the heat all the way to its very lowest setting. And we're going to continually whisk until the eggs thicken. Whisk it every couple of minutes until it's cool, and then we're going to place it in some jars and cool it down for the refrigerator. We're not canning with these, we're just putting them in the fridge. Very nice and custardy.